The next video is from the stick control book, so you're not going to get a PDF. And I'm going to do page 11. We're going to start with short roll combinations. I'm going to take maybe 5 lines of this and show you my approach. What I'm doing now is, see, he has a written and cut time, Mr. Stone, and that's fine eventually. Right at first, I'm going to take it in 4/4 time, common time, which means I'm doing 4 eighth notes and 8 16th notes. Now the 4 eighth notes, 1 and 2 and, are alternate strokes. When I get to 3E and the 4E and the, they're double strokes. 3E and the 4E and the. Okay, so what I want to do now, if you see, when I just played that, and my sticks are at the same height, so I'm trying to get an equal sound on the right hand and an equal sound on the left hand. Now I'm going to start doing this first off. If you've never done it before, you want to do it without a metronome, just to feel the flow. 1 and 2 and 3E and the 4E and the 1. 2, 3E and the 4E and the 1. 2, 3, 4. Now what you're doing is, again, a right hand lead, starting the exercise with the right hand. On line 2, you're starting it with the left hand. Now, it's just normal that if you're right-handed, your left side or your left-hand lead is going to be much weaker. So I would recommend, if that's the case, to spend a lot more time with the left-hand lead until you get the right hand and the left hand kind of equal. So let's do line 2. It's a left-hand lead, and we have 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Look at the sticks. 3E and the 4. I'm throwing down 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he follows the order on the left-hand side like he does on page 5, and on line 3 we have the doubles going in eighth notes and doubles going into 16ths. So I do line 3, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then line 4 rather, starting with the left hand lead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left, 2, 3, 4. Up. And line 5 is the one that I feel if you do 4 lines, you're working the right side and you're working the left side, you're being analytic to yourself and saying, okay, my left side I need more work on, so you hang out there. On line 5, what happens is the workload is, I say load, it's not a workload, it's a fun load or whatever. You're distributing the right and the left equally as far as the work is concerned. So if I did, was it line 5, I have the first 8th variation of the 8th note is 1, 2, then I have 3E and the 4E and then the second measure would be starting with the left hand. 2 and 3E and the 4E and the right, 2, 3, 4, left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you just want to become familiar with that. Do the whole left-hand side of the page. Don't hit the right side yet. Just the left-hand side of the stick control book, page 11. I think 11. Well, I got to get some glasses going on here. Mercy. All right, so we're doing this now. You're just getting familiar without a metronome, and you're thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and the 4 and the 4/4 time. Now I'm going to start this at, maybe I should start a little slower, at 160. Okay, that's going to be my quarter note pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can play 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can play 16ths. So now we're going to do line 1. 1, 2. Maybe slower. Okay for you. Let's go to 100. I'll break it up for you. And we'll build it up. We'll go up and down the metronome. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 16ths. Just feeling the tempo. Now we'll do line 1 at 100. Equal sound. Line 2 at 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Now, and then you do line 3, 4, and I like 5. So on and so forth. That's at 100. And what I would do, I would take line 1, do it for 3 or 4 minutes. When you find yourself a tempo that you feel at home with and relaxed and everything is flowing mentally and physically. Line 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and your objective is to go to the 12 lines. Now, what I'm doing here is just in 8th notes and 16th notes. And I'm going to take it up a little bit. I'm going to take it up to, let me go back to, say, 160 again. That's my pulse. Now I'm playing 8th notes and 16ths. I'm doing one part of the measures, alternating the strokes. The second part doubles, but I'm thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 16ths. So I have. Keep my sticks the same height to line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, like that. And that's at 160. So now that's taking it in 4. And if I say, okay, let's do it in cut time. Well, if you're having a hard time doing that 160 and 4, you're most definitely going to have, at this particular point in time, a very difficult time doing it in cut time. So cut time means instead of 4, 4, we're going to play 2, 4, or 2, 2, whatever you want to call it. And instead of doing 160, we're going to take the metronome down to 80, which is half, okay, of 160. Now, when I get to 80, my thought process is going to change. That's going to be the quarter note. But now, if I look at line 1, the 8th notes are going to become 16th notes, and the 16th notes are going to become 32nd notes. So, I'm going to do line 1. 1. Let me do it without the metronome so I can explain it, then I'll put the metronome on. So instead of me counting 1 and 2 and, I'm going 1 E and the. Okay? And when I get to the doubles, they're 30 seconds. And the way I count 30 seconds would be 2 E and the. For every count, I'm doubling a stroke. 2 E and the. Okay, so now I'm going to do this a little, not up tempo, but a little in tempo, but a little faster. Got 1 E and the, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I should slow it down for you. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. Look at the stick heights. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3. Now, if I put that on 80, that's my quarter notes. It's going to be 1 E and the 2 E and the 3, 4. I'm going to think of it in 2. I like to think of it in 4. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3, 4. So I have 1 E and the. Now, I would take it again if I feel comfortable with 80, is to extend that instead of just doing it for a couple minutes. And I don't really buy this stuff 20 times or whatever, or do it on Monday and then come back next Monday. If you have the chance to do this all the time or every day, then you got a thing going on here. So what I'd like you to do is take the timer and say, all right, you have the timing going on, you feel good about it, you say you're at 160, and when you do that for 2 or 3 minutes, then you go back to 80 and you think about it in cut time. And you do for another 3 or 4 minutes. You take line 1 to 12 doing it that way. Now there's one other part that I want to do. It's to develop some endurance with your single or your double strokes. We're going to go to page 13 and we're going to hang out with line 5 and line 6. Now if you look at line 5, it's a right hand lead and it's a 4 measure increment. So now instead of just playing the exercise, you're going to play that 3 times, and then the 4th measure you're going to extend the doubles to 4 beats. So you have line 5 as 1 and 2 and 3E and the 4E and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, last measure, 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, last measure, 2, 3, 4, back to 1. Now, you see my hands, I'm equalizing the sound on my right and equalizing the sound on my left, and I did not do that with a metronome. So we're going to go back to 100, like we did the other page. And remember, we're on page 11, line number 5. At 100, thinking of it as 4/4 time. So that's 1, 2, now we'll do line 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Again, sorry, my mistake. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you want to do that for 3 or 4 minutes. The same thing with line 6. Line 6 you might want to spend a little bit more time on because it's the left hand or left side, left hand lead. So let's do line 6 at 100, left hand lead. 1, 2, ready, set. 1, 2. I tried to vamp on that, that's okay, sorry. But you get the idea. Line 5 and line 6, hang out with it. Do it for 3 or 4 minutes. Alright? Now, what I'm going to, the next move for this would be to extend the vamp. What I mean by, we're going to put a vamp on it rather, we didn't do the vamp. I'm sorry, there's so many things going on today with these videos. What I do with the vamp, for example, if I do line 5, okay, I'll play line 5 as it is. That's a 4 measure increment. But look at the last measure of line 5. You have the last measure will be 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and the. So that would complete the line. But I'm going to tag a 4 measure vamp. Now what I'm going to use for the vamp is not like you're accustomed to the 8th notes. We're going to use the double strokes as the vamp. So I'm going to do it real slow. I'm going to do line 5, and I'm going to put a 4 measure vamp on that. And I'm going to go back to the beginning. So that's a total of 8 measures. 1 and 2 and 3E and the 4E and the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, last measure. 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the vamp. 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3E and the 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, back, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, one more measure, 1, 2, 3, now 16ths, 1E and the 2, 3, vamp, 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4E and the 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, back to the beginning. 1. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the line, and I'm putting the putting a 4-measure vamp on the end of it. Let's do it at a, I don't know, just give me a break a little bit. And I will do 160, no breaks, hard work. Now, that's the eighth, that's the quarter note, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to play this, and it's hard to count and talk and do this exercise. So kind of follow me if you can. Line 5. 1, 2. Vamp. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. So I'll do that for 2 or 3 minutes. And when I was studying with Joe Morello, what he did, we did the exercise like that. And my hands were much better than they are today because I've been slacking off myself with practicing, and it's because I've been focused more or less on my website and writing books and writing lessons and doing these videos. So what we used to do, the exercise like I just did, and then we used to extend the vamp until 3 minutes or 4 minutes. And that's a lot of things going on. Let me try to do that for you. I'll do it one time, and if I had the timer on, say 3 minutes, or I would say 4 minutes, I would do the line with the 4-measure vamp for a minute, and then when the minute was up, for the next 3 minutes, I would do just double strokes. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do right now is just play the line with the vamp and extend the vamp. 1, 2. Vamp. 4, keep going. You do this for 2 or 3 minutes at a variety of tempos. Now, I think that's enough for this video. And this is going to be whatever number I make the video, part 1, and then I'm going to have the same number, part 2. And we'll go from doubles to singles. And I have a good exercise that I'd like to explain to you, and this is for you, drum set on the snare drum. I mean, you don't perform on a pad. I'm teaching on a pad so you can hear what I'm talking about. And I'm not screaming over the volume of the drum. But we are going to go to the drum set. The one exercise that, I'm just going to explain it, I'm not going to play it. I expand on the doubles. What do I mean by that? Is I'll play 1 measure 16th notes, like 1 E and 2 E and E and 4 E and And after I did that, I'm going to vamp. I'm going to play doubles in 3rd and 16th notes for 1 measure. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and then I go back to the 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and now 16ths. 1 E for 2 measures. 3 E and 4 E and 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I don't want to get into that right. It's just coming to another video. Let me just demonstrate a little bit. I'll lower the tempo. Every time I finished one time, I did it 1 time doubles. Then I go back to singles and do it 2 times doubles, 2 measures. I do singles again, and I do it 3 measures doubles. I go back to singles, do 4 measures. You can go up to 100 if you like, but I mean, you don't want to hurt yourself because it's a lot of work. Here, 1, 2, here, let me just demonstrate. 1, 2. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Going 1, 2. I should be doing 16s in 30 seconds. I'm doing 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 measures. 3 measures. 2, 3, 4 measures. 2, 3, 4. did 4 measures, and you want to work that with a metronome, you can do it as much as you like. Do it with the 4 measures. Do it with the 5 measures. Whatever you'd like to do. And you just like to expand on it for focus reasons, knowing parts like you did it 1 time singles, then 1 time doubles. 1 time singles, 2 time doubles. 1 time singles, 3 times doubles. So on and so forth. Every time you complete the mode, 1 time doubles, singles. 2 times doubles, singles. 3 times doubles, singles. 4 times doubles, singles. The doubles you can take as far as you like. But like I said, you don't want to hurt yourself. You're not going to do it for 3 days or 115 or whatever. You just want to be realistic and get the most benefit out of it. But we're going to do that on the drum set, okay, as opposed to the drum pad. I'm just giving you a little loop on it, I guess, or a trailer, so to speak, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we'll see you next video. And you don't need a PDF on this guy. All you need is a stick control book. Okay, see you next video.